Are you looking to invest in land and keep hearing about this elusive beast of unrestricted land? Hi there, my name is Felicia. I'm a land investor and partner at Compass Land USA. We have bought and sold hundreds of properties across the US. And if you give me just a few minutes of your time here today, I'm going to explain exactly what unrestricted land is and what it means for you. So what is unrestricted land? Okay, so a lot of new land buyers will hear about this mythical golden beast. And I say mythical because it's really pretty rare. Almost anywhere that you buy land, there are going to be some kind of restrictions or boundaries in place for what you can use it for. Unrestricted land means there are zero impositions or restrictions against any and all type of property uses. It means you can do kind of whatever the heck you want on it. So there are no restrictions from the zoning, deed, city or town, easements, homeowner or property owner associations, or the municipality. And that's a long list, right? There's a lot of potential for restrictions. That's why I'm always wary when someone says they're selling unrestricted land. It's more likely that they think the land is unrestricted but don't fully understand all of the property details. That's a big reason why doing your due diligence when investing is so important. And restrictions aren't necessarily a bad thing, nor are they a deal breaker. You just need to understand if there are any restrictions against what you are hoping to use the property for. For example, if you're looking to camp on your land or bring in livestock, do you really care if a manufactured home is allowed? Or if you're looking to, let's say, build a new home, do you care about having livestock on your property? Probably not. So the restrictions might not be a deal breaker for you. So let's take a minute to understand each of these restriction categories. We have zoning restrictions. Those limit how a property is used and developed in the future. For example, a residentially zoned property cannot be developed into an industrial park or a commercial space. And you have to be careful here because even if residential land is being marketed as unrestricted, that doesn't mean that you would be able to, let's say, put a condo building up there. And I do have a video on how you can find out the zoning of a property. I'll put it in the description here so you can access it. Deed restrictions. These limit the type of structure that's allowed on the property. They limit where you can place a structure on your property, and they limit whether or not you can have livestock and pets. And also, as we just kind of touched on, zoning restrictions can also impact livestock. Deed restrictions also limit whether or not you're allowed to run a business from your home, let's say. And they can get pretty detailed, limiting things like how many bedrooms your house floor plan has and how many cars you can park on your driveway. City or municipality restrictions, not as common as the others. They can cover random things that aren't detailed out in zoning or are added by a certain area of town. For example, I know in Colorado City, Colorado, that municipality requires at least 1 acre to have a septic installed on the property. So that's kind of an example of a municipality restriction. Easement restrictions can be tricky because they're not always visible. They would normally cover any property features, so things like setbacks, utility lines, access or access or sidewalks, driveway placement, and it gives others, like city workers or neighboring property owners, a right to access a part of your property for a specific use. Like if the neighbor's property is landlocked and they have to cross your lot via an easement to get to theirs, in this situation, you actually can't block them access to their property. HOA or POA restrictions, these are sometimes the same thing as deed restrictions. They can cover similar areas like what color your mailbox or fence is. It can also dictate things like how many days in a row you're allowed to camp on your property without a permit, how many trees you can remove, whether or not you can park an RV on the property, etc. So again, not all of these restrictions are bad. They are something that you need to be aware of and make sure that they don't impact your desired property use. One word of caution with totally unrestricted land: if your property is unrestricted, then your neighbor's probably is too, right? And this means that there are no rules against your neighbor turning their property into a junkyard or a dump, or having a bunch of livestock, or having any degree of pride or care at all about the look and maintenance of their property. And this could severely impact the value of your property, and it would unfortunately be totally out of your control. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to educate yourself on how to become a smarter land buyer. Please don't forget to leave a comment or thumbs up. If you found this video helpful, please let me know. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. We do lots of informative land buying videos like this, as well as pretty cool custom property tour videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.